Alright, so I want to make this video today and give y'all 5 tips on how to get started with wholesale using Alibaba.com. So when I got started, I had a friend help me out. He taught me most of the things that I needed to know to get started. So I didn't look up YouTube videos or stuff like that, but I noticed that there isn't many. So I wanted to go ahead and make this video to give y'all a couple tips on getting started. So the first tip I want to give y'all is to use PayPal only. A lot of people are skeptical with Alibaba because a lot of people get scammed. My friend actually got scammed for a large amount of money because he sent some money through Western Union. So I recommend to use PayPal only and not any other payment method. There is many payment methods you can choose from, but I just recommend using PayPal. That's what I've been using, and I haven't had any issues. Okay, so my second tip would be to sound professional when you're talking to suppliers. So when you're first getting started, you're going to start with low quantities, or you can start with low quantities, and if you do, I would recommend to sound professional because these people deal with people who message them and don't even buy anything. So if you start off with telling them, hey, I want to know how much it'll be for 25 units, and they're getting orders from people that are ordering a couple thousand units, they're not going to want to waste the time and talk to you. But if you say, hello, I want to make a trial and see how this sells for our company, and I want to start off with 25 units just to see how they sell, they're more likely to actually pay attention to you and work with you that way. So I would recommend to sound professional, and once you've developed a relationship with them and ordered for a few times, then you can increase the quantity as you go. As you increase the quantity, you can also negotiate the price. So the more you buy, the cheaper it will be. A good thing that I do is I talk to other suppliers. After I've developed a relationship with one, I talk to other suppliers and try to find a cheaper price. Now if I do find a cheaper price, I screenshot it and then I just crop the photo to where it doesn't show the actual supplier's name. And then I send it to my supplier that I've already bought from before and say, hey, this guy has a better price, but I've already developed a relationship with you and I like the quality of the items that you offer. So most of the time when I do that, they go ahead and match the price or give me a better price. So that's a good method that I use to negotiate, because most of the time if you just ask them, they might negotiate a couple cents, or but if you do that, they're more likely to actually lower the price because they want to keep your business. If you don't have a lot of money, you don't need a couple $1,000s to get started. You only need a couple $100. For example, I started with about $350. That was around the price range of my first order overseas, and I've been able to scale that to about $25,000 this year, and all of those sales have been local sales. I've been posting stuff on OfferUp, on 5 Miles, on Mercari is another good app that I would recommend, posting stuff on Craigslist, just local sales. So you don't need a lot of money to get started. You can just start locally. However, once you want to get into Amazon FBA and start selling stuff like that, you're going to need to send in a larger quantity if you want to make a good amount of money and just have that on autopilot. One thing that I like about wholesale is that it doesn't take much time. So you find a product and then you buy 100 of them, and then you just wait until they sell, and just every now and then you meet up with somebody. That's what I've been doing. So every now and then you meet up with somebody, give them the product, and just make a sell. And it doesn't take that much time. This is very strictly part-time, probably about 20 hours a week at the most. So that's one thing that I like about wholesale. And another tip that I'd like to give y'all is quality. Quality matters. On Alibaba, you're going to have a lot of suppliers that sell the same item. However, I purchased the same item from 3 different suppliers, and the quality is always different. So depending on the price you pay, you're paying for the quality most of the time. So I would recommend just don't be too cheap, because if you're cheap and you get some cheap quality items, then people are just gonna return your items. They're not gonna be happy with the product. It's just a waste of time for you and for the customer. So just focus on buying stuff that are good quality. Buy a small amount at first, test it out, develop a good relationship with the supplier. Okay, so the last and final tip number 5, would be download the Alibaba app and get familiar with it. So download it, just get yourself familiarized with everything, on how everything looks and stuff like that, how you can get in contact with the suppliers and everything. So when you're first getting started, it might be a little intimidating. I know for me, when I made my first order, I was a little skeptical also. Am I going to get my item? Am I going to get screwed over or whatever? So it can be a little intimidating at first, but once you get started and develop a relationship with the supplier, most of the time you won't have any of those issues. You'll be fine. After you start ordering and everything goes good, you'll see that it actually works and everything. So if you want to get started, those are 5 tips for you guys. And I hope you liked this video. I hope it helped you out. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions or anything you want me to talk about, any questions or anything, just drop them down in the comment section, and then I'll be able to get to y'all that way. But anyways, besides that, thank you guys for watching.